as the sky begins to darken and you guys look over your shoulders, you can hear that rumble and that droning noise of several TIE fighters beginning to drop down into the lower atmosphere as they form into formation. Looks like getting into small flying Vs, so to speak. Getting ready to bring in to run for attack runs, as it seems like a big group. Probably what you guys could see is probably about 15 TIE fighters grouping up.
What?
And get ready to come down into that zone. But before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and get ready to do our next mass combat check for this battleground. As basically the last combat check happened and all that stuff that you guys just took place with the bikes and things, that will be under this sort of mass combat check here. And then we'll resolve the TIE fighters afterwards. So, who was next up? So, we're on the 6th
I believe
one.
I just went.
Okay. So, I think Christy might be up next to do the check. And then it would be MG after that. Does that sound right?
I think so.
I believe, yeah.
Okay, so our base for this one, it's going to be similar to the last one. So let's see. Final phase, graveyard battle, the defenders. Proficiency, difficulty, and challenge dice remain the same as in phase 5. Modified by their outcomes. So what was that last roll that we had?
I
believe you made some notations about that, Michael.
I thought I did.
You definitely did. I saw you write it down.
I have written down 1 setback from TIE Fighter support, 5 green from troops, 4 upgrades, 5 purple, 2 difficulty upgrades. Is that right?
That sounds correct, yeah.
Okay,
say that slow, MG. What was
it? All right, so it was a 5 green from the troops that we have.
5, okay.
And then 4 upgrades from like the leadership and battle meditation.
Okay.
5 purple on the enemy side with 2 difficulty upgrades from their leader.
Okay.
We also had a setback from the TIE Fighter support, I think.
Okay.
Yes, that sounds right.
All right.
And I think you guys were successful in the last combat check, so
We
it
were.
actually removed a setback
Oh, okay.
from your.
That's what cancels out.
And I have written down here. I have written down here +1 boost to Graveyard Battlegrounds, which that would be what this is.
Gotcha.
So I
Okay.
have that written there.
I have 2 notes that I don't know if these apply like after this, but it was anti-vehicle supports drive ties away, decrease next mass combat difficulty by 1.
Yeah. Yeah, so
and then and an upgrade from Tizo doing well. I don't know what that means.
I'm pretty sure I upgraded something from my check.
I think that's what this upgrade was for. Or no, you got a boost. Oh yeah, go ahead. Upgrade it once. Additionally, Christy?
For ours or against?
For yours. For
Okay.
yours. And then we also have to add, what was that, MG, about the air support?
Anti-vehicle supports drive ties away, decrease next mass combat diff by 1.
Okay, so basically take one of those purple dice away.
Okay, got it.
That should be well in your favor. That's a
155 versus.
Does that mean the TIE fighters are not coming down?
Well,
on us?
basically what it means is they're
They
ignoring the rest of what's going on and only focusing on you. Which, which makes it better for the rest of your allies.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's see how this goes. Oh, no. Yeah.
Dad, very good. Look at that.
Check you out.
So that is good. So if the PCs succeed on this mass combat check, so basically what's happening is, as you guys are looking on, and this battle is taking place, you can see just the mass number of stormtroopers and all these fighters that are coming in. It's still too much for your force, smaller in number, to be able to withstand. I mean, you're talking about 200 odd, Foundry Four individuals who probably have very light security guard training with your small group of 50 like B1 battle droids against 2,000 stormtroopers, they still have the significant numbers advantage. So they're still kind of driving your group back, and you can see that some of your B1 droids are getting shot up. One of them's head flies off. Roger, just like slams down into the ground.
No.
So, no.
That droid had a family.
But the point is that you guys did enough ahead of time getting things ready in the battlefield to create some cover, make it more difficult for these troops to move forward, and it's delaying them extensively. So the Imperial troops, they start to consolidate their forces. They're kind of starting to get around that landing shaft area and starting to kind of surround that area. But your allies are basically retreating to the plan that they had in place. So basically the Imperials think they're getting the upper hand right now, but it's a feint. Your troops are actually kind of luring them in, because not only are they prepared for this with cover, they're also prepared for it with Mandalorian explosives, which are set as a trap for when these guys get close. So they're actually just falling right into it. So basically, for the final confrontation, for the next mass combat check of Phase 8, you guys get 2 automatic advantages on your next combat check. Okay? In addition, the allied combatants who escaped the graveyard are added to the forces to defend a foundry, increasing the numbers within the foundry substantially. Depending on the forces that are left, this could increase the ability of Phase 7 check by up to 2 at the GM's discretion. The caution of the Imperials costs them precious time, and it costs an extra 20 minutes for this to take place. So that means 40 minutes. So you guys are down to 20 minutes until the Armada arrives. So I'm going to write down, so we got 1 hour and we are down to 20 minutes. As the Imperials are starting to take their good old time, because they think they have the upper hand here. But while this is taking place, the TIE fighters are closing in. So my question is to you, what do you do, friends?
I mean, I think Tizo would at least try and start heading back towards the entranceway, I think.
Okay.
He's piloting unless someone else had another idea of what we wanted to do.
I can't really fight TIE fighters in a jetpack. I could try.
Could we fly into the Phoenix?
Like, how far up are they from me? Are they moving fast?
They are moving really fast, but they're still kind of, they're in formation, and just imagine them like dropping out of the clouds and like starting to like lower themselves down where you guys are.
Christy, I thought you were this great warrior.
I'm really thinking. I kind of want to go up from underneath them and go up, so they don't see me. I want to go up to the belly. Is that bad? Is it bad that I want to do that?
Oh, got a TIE fighter? Like,
that sounds like a good idea.
I'm not sure if I said this on stream last time or not, but I think it would be a good idea to maneuver ourselves so that we are in front or in between the Imperial troops and the TIE fighters.
Ah.
So that even if they fire at us, there's a better chance of them missing and hitting their own troops.
Sure, we can do that. Or at least I can try to do that.
But
how far out are they?
I agree. You need to move out of the way.
I would say they are still at what would be considered like a long range from you guys.
All right, there's no way. I thought they were like hovering close, but if they're not,
but they're moving in fast, and these things are fast. So
all right,
like
never mind.
Hover. I think they're like sharks. They had to keep going.
Yeah.
That's would Raven in that case want to take over the piloting things? 'Cause I could technically still do stuff on top of the walker.
So can I can shoot.
True.
Well, it might be better if somebody who can see does the aiming.
All right, I'll jump into where Yeska is then.
Okay.
I'll take up the gunnery.
Gunnery on the
And I'll
ATS
keep
team.
piloting
Okay.
then, or
Cool.
Okay. Are you just
Begrudgingly.
gonna chill out in the walker with them, Yeska, or are you gonna do something different? You guys have a
I'm gonna take a
moment to
conflict point.
prepare before the onslaught. So
I'm taking a conflict point because I really wanted to hijack one of the fighters.
Okay.
Oh yeah, could you like? Oh, you don't have your lightsaber, right?
It's just there's
Me?
nothing for me to do sitting in here.
Do I have my
And
lightsaber?
if we
Cut a hole in a TIE fighter and get it.
I think you
And
That's
if we
what I was
follow
I think
my
you would.
plan,
Yeah, I think you would.
Do it.
That's what I was thinking
it.
of doing.
Do it. Do it.
'Cause I was gonna, I
yeah,
was
if that's what you want to do, Christy, go do that. Mine was just a
Your heat
suggestion.
flow through you.
I'm so torn.
Just if I'm shooting, I might hit
stupid.
you.
TIE
Um,
fighter's
I
gonna
already
wreck
got
another TIE
conflict points.
fighter.
It's fine. I'm gonna save that one.
you guys
maybe.
do notice, like, as you're moving along in the walker, there are a couple of those speeder bikes unmanned, just sitting out there now. Most of them got exploded, but there's like two of
Michael,
them.
why do you keep giving me conflict points like this?
Oh, I'm just offering. It's setting the environment. I got to give you stuff to play with. I mean, you got a lot of these toys laying around.
All the toys. I want all the toys, but I only have 2 hands.
So, idea: should I take a speeder bike and go around and shoot people?
You could.
I could. How easy are these things to maneuver for the visually disabled?
Well,
Oh
just-
no.
imagine this, Jim. Out of game. Imagine
Mhm.
this. Okay,
Mhm.
close your eyes. Okay.
Yes.
And imagine
Done.
you are on a Harley Davidson.
Oh yes.
How easy with your eyes closed on a Harley would that be to maneuver?
You got the force.
Yeah.
I'm loving this already. You know what? It's the best, funniest idea I've ever heard. So, yeah, Yeska's gonna clamber out and go over to one of those speeder bikes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys access to a 74Z speeder bike.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna put that in it'll be in your journals, and you guys will all be able to edit and control them. So, if you look under vehicles and starships,
Yep.
it should be
Got
in
it.
there now. And it has a little picture of what they look like and everything too. So, now they're not very
Imperial Stormtrooper. No, thank you.
you can change all those roles in there too, so that way it'll. Hopefully the sheets have been fixed to where like it reads the correct number. Like I know last time we were having trouble with like the minion
Oh, yeah.
groups not rolling
Right.
correctly. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they fix that, but then again, I'm not sure anybody mentioned it to them that it was a problem. So
We got around it with the manual, didn't we?
yeah, there's
Yeah.
ways around it. It's just more convenient if you can run it from the sheet.
Mhm.
I think on the Phoenix, I'm co-pilot. The Mandalorian's pilot.
Yeah, and you also got
And-
the agent with you, and you
Yeah,
also
Nath is-
have
Lyra.
Lyra is with you as well.
Yeah. I guess maybe Nath's on the proton torpedoes and Lyra's on the repairs and engineering.
I think that's what you guys had said. And then the other
Cool.
wasn't there a second Mandalorian that was on there that was running the other
Yeah.
guns?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
we
was-
haven't. Oh, cool. The Mandalorian
Yeah,
on
he
the.
did.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys got a full docket on the Phoenix.
Nice.
Tizo, are you gonna continue piloting this thing or no?
Yeah, I can.
All right.
All right. So Yeska climbs up onto one of these hover bikes, engages the switches. He's just kind of like, guessing at first, but he starts hitting some switches, and eventually the thing starts to hover naturally there, and Yeah, you've gained controls, just like handlebars and everything. You're ready to go.
I've already renamed it.
You've already renamed it. What is it now?
Yep. A Harding Jensen 45.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Duran, so you're staying in the Phoenix and just running air support.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's go ahead. We're gonna get this organized a little bit. Let me put up a turn order, and then you guys can go ahead and roll initiative for your characters.
So we're rolling cool.
Yes. Yeah, we will use cool for this.
I got a
character
sheet here.
This one might work a little bit better. Let's do this.
Man, I am one cool cucumber.
I gotta make sure I clear all my... So we got 4 Mandalorians with you guys, right? Oh, there she is. I'm gonna roll initiative for these guys so I don't forget like I did last time. For a PC. And then we got Lyra, who's with you guys. There she is, Lyra Harden. Character sheet. Here. PC, cool. Then we've got all these guys. There you are. Character sheets, clear amount, NPCs, minions group size. There we go. So I got it. Hopefully that is all rolled correctly. All right. Everybody get all set with what they had? You guys all good? Okay.
Yep.
So let's put them in descending order and readjust. Whoa, 4-2. Look at that.
Jeez.
There's a 2-4. Beats that. A 2-2. 2-2. 2-1 PC. Goes before an NPC. 1-2.
Michael, I did roll a triumph
Okay.
along mine. I don't remember what that does.
You get
for
an extra
initiative.
maneuver.
Gives you an extra maneuver on your first turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Looks like we are set. So, now, keep in mind, you guys do also have 4 Mandalorian warriors on there. 2 in the Phoenix. 2 that are in TIE fighters on support. That didn't have their TIE fighters blown up like Raven's was last time, unfortunately.
I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, so they're...
that might change things. Okay.
So there's those 2, and there's also... I put them as PCs, but Lyra and the Agent Aliko and the 2 Mandalorians in the Phoenix are also on there. So if you guys... In any of those PC slots, you just tell me when you want them to go, and we'll make it happen. Okay. So does anybody... We got a PC in the first slot. We've got the first, like, 4 or 5 slots as PCs. So what do you guys want to do? I would say the TIE fighters are coming in. They're probably about short range from you, and you guys would know that they need to be in close range to be able to, like, dogfight fire at you. So basically 1 turn, they're going to be within range of you guys. And I would say they're coming straight for the walker. So, Dran, that would give you kind of like an advantage because being air support coming in from the side, like it looks like they're focused down on what's going on the ground right now.
Tap the Mandalorian pilot and you doing something?
No, I was just gonna say all of our guns on the walker.
Yeah, we have to be close.
Have to be close. Okay.
Yep.
So if someone else wants, I don't. Yeah.
My range is extreme. For my speeder bike. Is it close enough so I can just sitting here? Can I just start to pick off some stormtroopers?
Yeah, I would say you could. They are at kind of extreme range, so they're pretty far off. But
Damn it, I didn't know that was extreme. I would have jumped on one of those.
if you wanted to,
Do you want to switch?
if you wanted to think of a creative way that you could fire the TIE fighters with that thing, that'd be pretty cool too.
Hell yeah.
What is the terrain like on this planet?
I mean, there's stuff lying everywhere. Like, imagine a bunch of ships and, trash left over from the Clone Wars are just laying everywhere.
Okay. First off, I want to use my force power to activate my sight.
Okay, so that'll be your action to activate that. Go ahead and you can roll your force dice to see how many points you generate. Oh, tapping into dark side if you want it.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
that.
You gonna take them both?
I don't think I need both.
Okay.
And once per session, I will suffer 2 strain to do my force power as a maneuver.
Okay. Okay. So it'll be 3 strain if you're spending that dark side point.
Yep.
And you'll also take a point of conflict for that as well.
Yep.
I think you have to flip a destiny point as well. Anytime you use a dark side point, you have to flip a destiny to be able to use it.
Okay.
That's it. I need more of those to come my way.
All right. So I will use my sight and I will first just kind of fire in the direction this round of the stormtroopers.
Okay.
And kind of look around and see if there's any like bits of ship that have like fallen in such a way that could feasibly be a ramp like formation.
There indeed is one not far away that looks
Okay.
like it's part of a ship that's buried halfway under the dust of the planet, but it looks like the landing platform that kind of lowered down is like just sitting there like a ramp, just waiting for somebody to ride a speeder bike up it and launch themselves into the air.
Yep. 'Cause that I think will provide me the proper angle to be in the air to take some shots at the TIE
Insane
fighters.
stunt bonus.
Time.
I'm tracking where you're headed, Jim. That's
Thank you.
brilliant.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just gonna fire some shots at these stormies.
Okay, let me I think at extreme range it increases the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find that chart because I'm just so used to you guys being either engaged or at short range that I don't know. I think it's medium is 2, I think, long is 3, and I think extreme is 4. Purple.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is. There it is. Yep. Oh wait. Yep. Extreme is daunting 4 purple dice for attack.
But is that extreme not with something at extreme range? Because that's something I'm confused about. Is like
Right.
these weapons operate at extreme range.
Right. Basically, what it means is if your weapon said long, you couldn't even make the attempt.
Right.
At firing at them. But extreme means you can hit them, it's still hard. So
okay.
Basically your difficulty is based upon the range.
I get you. All right. So I've got 4 purples locked in. I guess I go ahead and just click fire. Wow.
All right, is that rolling the correct dice for you?
I'm not sure what
it's probably
does gunnery do?
It's gunnery. It's probably
agility.
gunnery. It's based off your agility.
My agility's 2. So.
Okay, so yeah, it's correct. Yeah, so I mean, it's extremely
as bad as it is. It's correct.
It's extreme range. They're behind some cover. You're taking some shots at them. It's just so far away you can't, and the dust is flying everywhere from the battle. You can't really tell if you're even hitting anybody. You're just firing away down there. Especially, what are the limits of your sight? Like, how far is the range on how far you can see with your force power? Isn't there a limitation on it?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I do have an upgrade for range. It's up to medium range, so I'm just firing at the dust cloud.
You're firing at dust clouds, yeah. That's right. It's just making it really hard to see, and you're just firing into them. But you also you used a maneuver. You could suffer. Well, you already used one maneuver. And you suffered 2 strain.
I'm good on my strain right now. I don't want to take another maneuver at this point.
Okay, you got it. So with Yeska's turn going, that brings us to another PC.
Is there any more bikes, or was there only one extra?
There's one more. It looks like.
Okay, I will. Raven has indicated that she would like a bike, so I take the walker over to the bike.
Okay, sure. You can
do that in one movement.
You can do that in one maneuver. Yeah, that would take your maneuver with the ATST. Yeah.
Yeah. So I take us over to that. I let Raven get out, of course, and then I ignite one edge or one end of my lightsaber, and I'm just going to stab through the AT-8, the walker, just because I don't want the Imperials to like come across it and be like, oh hey,
oh, like the console.
Back. Yeah, I'm gonna stab through the console, like the control panel, basically.
Okay, so you're gonna destroy the controls. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, I would say that'll take an action to do that, but you won't have to roll for it because you have a lightsaber. It's gonna just zap right through it, and you're fine.
You just turn it on, and it
right. Yeah, sparks go flying everywhere. You see pieces of metal and chunks get burned and melted, and yeah, no problem whatsoever.
And then with that other free maneuver that I got from the Triumph, I will jump on the back of the bike.
Oh,
with Raven,
okay, perfect. All right, that ends your turn. Bring us to another PC.
I suppose that's me. So I will jump down onto the bike with my jetpack. Just land right on it.
Okay. And as you're doing this, you're seeing sparks flying out of the cockpit of the AT-8 and you hear and then a weird silhouette leaping out from the top of it and landing on the back of the bike. Is Tizo sitting there right on the back with you?
Against electronics, Tizo.
No. Why would you say that?
Oh, you know,
fall back into
droid
the Empire's
I thought it was a droid.
We don't have to keep bringing up this droid, okay? It was a valid reason.
We will have this discussion at a later time. I rev her up.
So you guys, you feel the rumble of the hover engines kick on as you hit a couple switches, Raven. It pops up into the air just a few feet off the ground. And you've got it activated and ready to go. So,
all right. So, I'm I'm going to follow Yeska's lead for the moment because that seems to be the only option at the time.
Okay, what,
So
you, know
I'm gonna.
you know what I might do? I might make a duplicate of that character sheet, so that way you guys don't have to like.
Oh, switch names.
Swap him, yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
swapping out. I think that might be the easiest thing to do. Let me do that really quick, and then you guys can just put your names in the name of the bike itself. I think that might be the best thing to do. Let me edit. I will duplicate. It should give me a copy of it somewhere.
It's in the full list.
Yeah, here it is. It's down here. So I'm gonna edit, and I'm just gonna say 74Z speeder bike. I'm just gonna put like dash Raven beside the title, and I will pull it up into. There we go. You see it in the folder? It's down towards the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, I changed the one on my name too.
Perfect. That way you guys don't have to keep on like flipping names to do
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll
with them.
actually I'll mimic that style as well, so there's continuity.
Oh, sure.
Otherwise, it'll bug me.
My name.
And as I see Raven, kind of land on the bike, and then Tizo after her sitting in the back, I'll kind of rev my engines at them just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to take a shot.
Okay.
And I actually have a thing for this.
Are you taking a shot at stormtroopers or at
TIE fighters.
Okay. How are you going to? Are you just taking a shot with your guns, or
No,
the
I'm gonna
bikes?
take a shot. My guns can't reach, so I'm gonna
Okay.
use the bikes. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna copy Yeska.
Well, I haven't done anything yet because
Yeah.
Well,
I
haven't
didn't have a.
you?
He didn't.
Didn't you
I
go up
didn't
the
have
ramp?
He shot at the
I
stormtroopers.
wanted.
Oh,
I wanted
okay.
to
I'm going
look
up the
for a
ramp.
because they already used my maneuver.
All right, I will go up my ramp. And attempt to shoot a TIE fighter.
Okay. For some reason, like my combat music won't play, but other music
Rude.
is playing. So I don't know.
I heard
why.
it for a split second and then it went away.
It's all right. I got you.
Hey. There you go. All right. My jukebox always does this to me. I don't know why.
That's all I got. That's as close as I can get to the asteroid chase scene.
All right. So you
Legally.
are taking a shot on the TIE fighters. So it's still pretty far away. Because like the bikes guns are based off of they're a different scale.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's still probably
Are
going
they
to be
near?
extreme range
Okay.
because TIE fighters are long range planetary, which is like
That's fine.
pretty far off still. So
Yeah, so it's still extreme range.
yeah, so it'd still be 4 purple dice your difficulty on that.
But it's 3 actually because I've modified my scanner goggles so it reduces the
Okay.
difficulty of range bands extreme and long
Nice.
by 1.
Very cool.
So I will take it down 1.
Yeah, that's a cool feature.
I never get to use it because my guns don't shoot that far.
That's right. That's right.
Because I got these guns, but I got this mod not really, so my guns don't go that far. So now I can actually use it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a really good thing to have. That's really cool.
Okay, so gunnery.
That's kind of like a Mandalorian sniper-esque thing, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really
Yes.
cool.
She's had it this entire time and never used it.
Got a rangefinder.
Yeah, basically that's what it
That's
is.
it. Yeah.
Like the Garrus thing that just pops down over his eye. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. That's good. Oh,
Nice.
all right.
Wow, very cool. So, you're watching, you see Yeska eyeing up this ramp. And before he can even like put this thing into high gear to launch himself, you just cut directly in front of him. And just Yeska kind of stops and just watches in both awe and maybe a little bit of jealousy, but it depends on what Yeska would feel at that time. And you approach.
I think I'll take a conflict point.
There you go. Yeah, take a conflict point, Yeska.
Because she stole my Dukes of Hazzard moment.
And
That's okay. I got a conflict point when I saw that you took a bike, so we're fair trade.
Raven, what's going to happen with this is the 2 threat on this are going to, because you're launching this bike, when it lands, it's going to take some strain, some system strain. So it's going to take 2 points of system strain. How much? I don't know. I don't think they have a whole lot. But, okay, so it's going to take some strain, but you can go ahead and describe. You can go describe. You do enough damage to take one of these TIE fighters down.
Oh damn! Oh damn! So I would like it to be like one of the leading ships, so the rest of them see that it completely just like tanks to the right, like a banks right, and does a spiral.
Okay.
And crashes into like a pit.
Perfect. Yeah, you actually hit it, and these guns, they're not super big guns, like they're not the same types of guns that would be on ships and stuff, but you direct hit it a few times, like where the wing attaches to the actual like round cockpit area, and you see these sparks kind of shooting out from where you hit, and it sends it into a spin, and just slams down into probably right underneath where the walker was standing left over, and kind of explodes, and you see the walker slowly go and then explode down on
me.
But yeah, definitely direct hit, putting that TIE fighter down. So one of them is down. I think that will be everything that you can do on your turn.
I believe so. Do I still have maneuvers left, or was that all of my maneuver and I have to use strain if I want to?
Yeah,
or does that not work that way on a bike?
On a vehicle, like your maneuver is to kind of drive it. So So you drove it, you launched it off that thing, and you shot. That was your maneuver action. You could suffer 2 strain and take another. Well, that's.
Is it my strain though, or is it the vehicle strain? Because if it's the vehicle strain, I'm not going to do it. If it's my strain, I'll do it.
That's a good question. I think it may be vehicle strain while you're riding in a vehicle.
Okay, then I won't.
Yeah, because you're trying to push the vehicle to its limits.
Yeah. No.
Because otherwise it will die.
It'll break.
Yeah, exactly.
Raven knows better. No.
Yeah, and when you landed, you felt the thing like hit the ground and scrape, and you're hoping all the parts are still attached. Tizo's holding on for dear life back there too. All right, we have another PC slot. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 more PC slots in a row.
What are they doing down there? Are they doing wheelies in the middle of a battle? I'm gonna tap the Mandalorian pilot next to me and can you bring us in close to those TIE fighters?
I'll do the best I can.
I believe in you.
Okay. So he starts to fly down. Honestly, that's just kind of like a maneuver to get him down within close range. So what would you like? Do you want him to do anything else, or is he just trying to get you in range?
Maybe could he get us like a good bearing on him? There's some of those. I forget what some of the things are that people can do. They
yeah. Let's
like
see
the gain the advantage kind of thing.
Gain the advantage, yeah. Let's double check that handout. Games under game guides. Pilot cheat sheet. Here we go. Yeah, gain the advantage. Cancel evasive maneuvers. It says speed 4+.
Oh, we don't have that. So maybe he could stay on
Yeah.
target.
Stay on target? Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Upgrade the ability of outgoing and incoming combat checks until the end. Yeah, so he's going to try to stay on target and just keep those TIE fighters in check.
All right.
So that's what it doesn't require a roll. I don't see a roll here, so that's what he's going to keep on doing. That is a maneuver, so that will take 2 strain on the Phoenix.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Phoenix has some cool. We've taken some strain.
Okay, perfect. So that's what the Mandalorian will do on his turn, bringing us to the next PC.
Cool. Then I'll key into the quad laser turret here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna aim at just one of the groups of TIE fighters, just one of the fresh groups.
Fresh
Try
group?
to thin down their numbers a little bit. And I think the silhouettes is probably 2 purple. Those were similar silhouette size.
Yes, that's right. Yep, 2 purple.
Okay. I am gonna hope that the light side is on my side here because I'm not a great shot.
Okay.
I'm also gonna try to trigger on this thing the auto fire quality.
Okay, nice.
So I have to increase the difficulty line, and I'm gonna aim. Use to aim. So
Okay, aim. Yeah, maneuver to aim.
here goes nothing. Okay.
And you still have battle meditation going too, right?
It doesn't work on me.
Oh, that's right. Doesn't
Only
work
on
you.
allies,
Only on
yeah.
allies. That's right. Okay.
Oh
So that
wait,
would
I
be-
forgot about that. Does that mean that
I guess yours was a wash, which still would
that was a
have.
wash?
It
I
would have been
see.
a wash.
Yeah.
We still would have missed. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been fun if I was able to hit it.
Yeah.
Is that boost accurate? One boost that it adds to it automatically?
Yeah,
or
that-
is
that-
it- Okay. we'll just
Oh,
double
I
check.
forgot to do that. I forgot to add that one. That's a really good point. Oops, I accidentally rolled twice as quickly. Ooh. Let's
Well,
not
the
take
first
that
one,
roll.
the first one.
just roll one blue die
Just roll one.
by itself, and we'll
One
see
blue,
what it.
okay.
Yep. Doesn't
Well.
help. Doesn't help.
All
Unfortunately.
right. See, I can't trigger auto fire, but I can do 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me double check a TIE fighter's armor real quick, because that might have been enough to put this guy down. At least one of them. Armor is 2. So it soaks 2, but it only has 6 hull trauma. So 6 is enough to put it down.
Nice.
So you can go ahead and the Phoenix is going to take an additional point of system strain
Okay.
with that threat, but you can go ahead and describe how you put this one down.
Just keying in, making sure that the reticle lines up, and then just like, I think I got him. Press it a couple times, that only the first one goes off, and
All right.
lands through the air and take him out.
The TIE fighter just explodes as the blaster connects, and you see pieces of shrapnel and pieces of metal go flying, deflecting off of a few of the other TIE fighters. You think a couple of the TIE fighters now are on to the Phoenix.
Oh, my goodness, out of here!
Maybe.
And turn.
And turn. Okay, that brings us to, we have 2 more PCs. So we've got there's another Mandalorian in the Phoenix. There's all those other, there's Lyra and the Agent Nath, whatever you guys want those NPCs to do, you guys can decide. There's also the 2 Mandalorians that are flying around in TIE fighters that you guys have at your disposal.
Let's get our TIE Mandos in the mix.
Yeah.
TIE
Good
Mandos?
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of have them maybe swoop in from the side
Okay.
at these descending TIE fighters and try to pick off some of them.
Okay, so do you guys want them to come in? If they came in from the same side as the Phoenix, they could go maneuver and they'd be able to fire. If you wanted maybe one to flank around to the other side, it would take them their whole turn basically to kind of swing around the other side. There's plenty of options here, so it's really up to you what you guys would rather do this turn. Do you want to set
What
one?
are
What do you guys want
What
to
are
do?
y'all's thoughts?
I think we want them in there so that there are more targets here than just the Phoenix.
Yeah, I think coming around on the same side as the Phoenix is the best plan.
Coming on the same
agree.
side? Okay.
Yeah.
I know this isn't the best drawing in the world, but if you guys kind of imagine this is the formation of the TIE fighters, Raven took out this first one. The Phoenix
Hell
came
yeah.
in from this side and took out this one, so your friends will be coming in from the same side. And that same
Yeah.
kind of like mini flying Vs within a flying V formation.
Well, 2 down, many to go.
Yeah, that's right. So they're going to come in and fire then? Is that what you guys want them to do? Okay. Let's go get
Sure.
TIE Fighter Mandos. And I think I might have this set up correctly now. So let's see if it works. So they are firing with 2 purple. And let me clear this and just do 2 purple and see if it actually makes this work. And firing the blast at close range, medium blaster cannons. Here comes 1 shot.
Nice.
That's gonna hit. And then the second one fires as well with another one. Unfortunately, that one is going to miss, but do they only have 1 green die? That's not right. Because they have an agility of 3.
Huh.
Is this another
Oh.
minion situation?
Yeah, maybe.
See,
Yeah.
what's weird is I went to the Mandalorian Warrior character sheet and I changed it from minion to rival so that it wouldn't read as a minion anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you go to it says agility 3. They don't have any gunnery points, but it still says it should be rolling 3 for them. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll just do it manually again and just put 3 in there, and then I'll re-roll for both. So here's the first. Still gets the same. The second one makes it a hit.
Nice.
All right. So one of them is going to suffer 2 system strain on the Mandos TIE Fighter. So we've got 2 system strain on that one. But they both connect. And I believe they do 7 damage on one. 8 damage. So basically as they're coming in, flying in, and Dran, they just kind of go sailing by the Phoenix because they're a lot faster. And you just see the green lasers kind of blast out from the front. One of them makes a direct hit, and it seems to just cause smoke to start pouring out of the back of it. It looks heavily damaged, and then it bumps into another one, sends it kind of in this awkward motion. It's losing control, and then the other Mando just direct hits that one on the side, and you watch it explode right in front of you.
Nice shot.
So one of them is destroyed. The other one is heavily damaged. And that ends both of their turns. Bringing us to NPCs.
Is Agent Nath manning any guns on the Phoenix?
She is, but I have her listed as a PC for this fight.
Oh, in other words, the enemies are up.
The enemies are up right now. Mhm.
Okay.
So, 2 of the TIE fighters are grouping together. They use their maneuvers. Basically, they act as a minion group, these 2. They're going to kind of start sinking down, and they're actually going to fire at the speeder bike that Raven is on. So that's going to be 2 purple difficulty. It's against the bike. Does the bike have any I don't think the bike has any defense. I don't think they have any shields or anything.
No.
Okay, so let's see if this
Can
will...
I
It's the bike, not a tank.
Yeah.
can I use like sidestep to get so stupid.
No, you could zigzag.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'll allow it.
Really?
Yeah, you can like
Yeah.
you like shift it and it just goes zzz. I think that'd be kind of
Like
cool.
jetpack goes on to like change the trajectory, like
yeah,
leaning on a roof.
yeah,
that's
that's so
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I love
You're not like that Stark kid. You're gonna zigzag.
That's
baby.
it.
Ow,
That's
ow,
it.
that jetpack burns. Ah.
Okay, okay.
Tizo, take a boost. That was too good.
Oh,
Take
thank
a
you.
boost.
So, just
So is it just add a difficulty or something to it?
it upgrades the difficulty by 2.
By 2?
Yes.
Oh.
I can only do it once per round, but
Upgrades it twice? Gosh.
Yes. sir.
2 upgrades. Man, that's brutal. Let me double check and see if I can get this to roll right. So the Imperial Starfighter pilot. It's a minion group. This is only a minion group of 2. So let's go back to our enemy starfighter. It should have that guy in there. It does. All right. 2 upgrades. They're going to fire at the bike.
Wash.
A wash, but I don't think it rolled correctly.
I don't think it rolled correctly
There's
either.
only 1 green die in there. And
Yeah,
I
that
don't
doesn't
think...
look great.
It looks
That doesn't-
correct to me.
That's fine.
They have 3 agility with 1 gunnery point, so they're gonna have
Yeah, that's fine.
a yellow and 2 green. I'm gonna have to message Roll20 and see if they can fix that for us, because something is not
Yeah,
right.
it's weird.
Because it was never doing that before,
Mm-hmm.
like not linking the character sheets. All right, so 1 yellow and 2 green. Let's try this again. Dun, dun, oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
Huh.
It's fair.
Oh!
Oh,
That's bad for them. It's not bad for us.
that's not for them, right? Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, for the advantage, I guess he's gonna pass a boost. The next guy.
So as he explodes, he passes a boost.
So you actually shift out of the way of these shots, and the TIE fighter just starts like blasting down. I'm gonna say for the despair, they are so like focused on you and they're driving down towards the ground that honestly, if Yeska wants to fire at these guys, I will say they're like almost ground level. So I'm going to I'll give like anybody who fires on them the next round will have an upgrade on their attack against them, because they have just lowered themselves into a vulnerable position where anybody can pretty much fire on them without having to maneuver all kind of weird, launch your bike up in the air to get a firing shot, you know.
Yeah.
They just kind of welcome themselves right into your presence to be fired upon. I'll say that's what the despair means. They're not using their heads. All right.
Valid.
Perfect.
Silly TIE fighters.
Silly TIE fighters. Okay, so that's that group of TIE fighters. Another group is going to turn and go towards the Phoenix. So they bank around using their maneuver to bank, and they're all going to start opening fire on the Phoenix. And this is a minion group of 3 fresh ones.
And they get an upgrade because of the
They do get an upgrade.
stay on target.
Well, do they get an upgrade of difficulty or...
Upgrade of their attack.
Oh, do they also get an upgraded difficulty or anything?
No.
No?
It's
Now,
just because we're wilder, they get an easier hit. It's like reckless attack.
now they're coming from kind of like the rear. What are your shields like on the rear?
1.
1, so you got 1 black and 2 purple.
Mm-hmm.
And let me double check. These might actually be increased in their ability to hit you because of the minion group size. Yeah, it's 2 yellow and 1 green for this group. 2 yellow, 1 green. Okay.
Rip.
Here they go, firing at the Phoenix. Whoa! They missed terribly.
Well, they
Nice blocking,
We're
wow.
gonna make conflict.
They're gonna pass a boost. Oh, I forgot to use that boost. I'm just gonna use it on the next one. So they're zinging around and they miss.
I'm like shaking the Mandalorian next to me, like, nice job.
He's like, get off of me!
Yeah.
Another group actually comes in from the other side and is going to fire at the one Mando that had to suffer some system strain. So it kind of moves over there. This is a full group, so they're going to fire on that Mando as well. They don't get an upgrade, I don't believe. And I don't believe TIE fighters have any shields. They don't.
Don't forget your 2 boosts this time.
Yeah. I'm going to use 2 boosts. I'm also going to flip a dark side and give them a sweet, sweet upgrade. Bombs away. Okay. So that is 7, but they have a soak of 2. So that TIE fighter is extremely damaged as it's sparking and smoking as these shots are direct hit. There's multiple green blaster fire just comes in on this this TIE fighter, blasting towards them. And they've got another boost to pass as well.
Can we tell our Mando friend to bail?
Sure. Yeah, you guys got
Get
you guys
out of there.
working on it. And you can hear when they chime in. There's a whoop 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 like inside going on. It's like as they are fired upon as well. So that ends that NPC, bringing us to one of the PCs that hasn't gone yet.
Do we want maybe the other Mandalorian in the Phoenix to fire the proton torpedoes? Yeah.
Other Mandalorian to fire the protons, or did you
I
want
like that.
Agent Nath Aliko to do it?
I think the Mandalorians are better at gunnery from what we saw last time.
I think the Mandalorians have 3 green, and so does Nath. They both have 3 green.
Oh,
in
is that the
gunnery.
same?
Yeah, so it's
Oh,
the
okay.
same. Yeah.
Cool. So Nath's already sitting there.
Yeah. She can take a shot.
Cool. Do you want me to do that, Michael? Or
Yeah,
you
you go ahead and do it. Just do a.
Alrighty.
You might have to do it manually with the 3 green.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's base 3 green, and it's the distance is 2.
2. Mhm.
It is limited, guided slow firing. She does have an upgrade because of the fact that we are currently staying on target.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So there's that 3, that with the 2 distance. I don't think there's anything else going on. These things don't have defense or anything. She would aim.
Aim. Okay, yeah, add a boost to that.
And then hold my breath. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, yes.
It's that upgrade. For
Get
staying on target. The piloting.
Wow. Okay, so proton torpedoes. You could activate blast, I believe, with that Triumph and hit all 3.
Blast 6 for each 6. Yeah. I think we should do it.
Yes.
Do it.
So what's the base damage of a proton torpedo?
8.
8, so that's 11 on the initial attack. So yeah, this is going to be a direct hit, and it's going to blow up that first one completely. Now,
Yep.
if you want to activate the other one, now I do think proton torpedoes are still soakable
I think you're right.
with armor.
I think you're right.
So it's not going to do enough to like destroy the other 2, but it'll damage them
Hey.
heavily if that's what you want to do.
Let's go for it.
Or
right?
or since they're a minion group, what you can do, here's your choices. You can either
Because if we crit, we destroy one of them, right?
you can automatically crit and destroy one of them, leaving one like untouched in essence. So you either damage both or destroy one and leave one fresh.
I think the destroying is better. Get him out of the game.
Get them out of the game. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Dwindle to their numbers.
So a proton torpedo fired off hits directly in the center of one of these, blowing up one, and the other one loses control and just kind of drives right into the explosion and destroys itself in the process. With the other one kind of peering off, tearing off, and going to join another. It's going to join that other damaged one to kind of group up with them, so that way they can kind of work together. Yeah, direct hit.
Nice. That's everything that she could do.
That's everything she could do. Awesome. So
And now we can't use that weapon next round because it's slow firing.
slow firing. Yeah, so proton torpedoes have to take a break. All right, another NPC group is going to go. Group of 3. A group of 3 from the other side going to zing in to the other Mandalorian TIE fighter. And he's going to pick up that group of 3. And they are going to fire upon him. They do have a boost because they passed one off. 2 purple. Awesome. So that's a firing. Oh, another hit.
Nice.
Oh, this could be bad.
That is pretty bad. That actually is enough to take it down to 0.
Oh no.
So We need a TIE Fighter Mando crit. So I'm going to roll a critical hit on this.
Oh, a component is rendered inoperable.
Page 245. Let's see. There should be a list of components on page 245.
245.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that on page 245.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either.
It's in here somewhere. I know there is one, but it's not on 245.
Oh, it's on 251.
251?
If you're doing Force and Destiny.
Yeah, that's it. I just have my manual book here on this side. There it is, yeah. Say these are considered small ship components, so do me a favor, MG. Roll a D8.
no.
Roll a D8 and roll 20 for me.
Michael,
Roll a D8.
why? 7.
7. Roll it again. I don't think TIE fighters have a hyperdrive.
Yeah. 5.
5. That is, it's comlinks. Its comms are down. It can't communicate.
No.
So that Mandalorian can't hear nor speak. You just hear it kind of cut off as you hear, I'm hit, I'm hit.
No.
So we will see what happens. It looks like that TIE fighter is losing control and kind of veering off, smoking heavily, sparking, and heading towards the surface. All right, that ends their NPC turn. Now we got a PC that can go. 2 PCs. I think the only 2 that are left are Lyra
And a Mandalorian.
and the other Mando that's in the Phoenix. I think those are the only
Yep.
2 PCs left.
Maybe Lyra could do some damage control for a system strain.
Yes.
I
Let's
think
see.
she'd have to do a.
It's like a mechanics check.
I think
Run around with a wrench and some duct tape.
That's right. Duct tape.
Package
Yep.
stuff up.
Duct tape.
Yeah, it's a difficulty of 1 equals if the trauma is less than half.
Which we're less than half. We have 6 system strain out of 15.
Okay, so just be 1 purple for her.
Yep. And
think-
any successes.
You know what?
reduce
I think
system-
she has a bonus too.
Oh.
That would make sense.
Because she's a mechanic.
Yeah, just need
Well,
to hold everything together.
she has this thing called Gearhead 1 as a special talent. She can remove 1 setback from any mechanics checks.
Hmm.
But I don't know if there's any setback on this one.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to this.
Okay. But her mechanics is 4 yellow dice.
Jeez.
So
Alrighty.
I will roll those up for you guys as Lyra's seeing some of the systems are starting to malfunction, runs around the ship, starts to kind of release the strain a little bit, and it does so.
Nice.
So- Is
Oh
that-
my stars.
So does the 3 successes mean that you lose 3 system strain? Is that how it
That's
works?
my
with those
understanding
mechanics
of it.
checks?
Yeah. So we go from 6 down to 3, which is nice.
And what about the advantages? Did they do anything on mechanics, or can she just spend them how she wishes?
Doesn't say anything here about using advantage.
Okay. She will use them to boost the pilot and to boost you, Dran.
Nice. Oh, the controls are working better.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. That's what
Freed
she'll
up
do.
some RAM.
Take it easy on this thing. I don't know how much it can take.
Yeah.
All right, so that ends her turn. The other Mando, what's the other Mando going to do that's on the Phoenix, guys?
I think he can.
He might not be able to do much, huh? Because all the guns are
Fly
fired.
better.
Fly better?
he could give the pilot a massage.
Yeah, it's like, easy does it.
Yes.
Easy does it.
You
Deep
got this,
tissue.
man. Yep.
Sure, I'll say he's helping the pilot. He's helping the pilot to concentrate. So I'll give a boost to the pilot.
Yep.
Our last NPCs, our last group that didn't go. And honestly, it's the guy that got really damaged. So he's going to maneuver, and then he's going to sink in with one of the other guys that got left over. So they're just going to form one minion group together there. And he's going to, what's kind of like, he's going to try to fly to give you guys he's going to try evasive maneuvers. Yeah, he's just going to fly evasive. Basically, he's going to upgrade the difficulty of combat checks while he's zinging around trying to avoid attacks. So that's all he's really going to do on his turn since his ship is so damaged. Bring us to the top of round 2 with any PC who would like to go.
You want to get out of here?
You
I
guys-
want to go before Raven. That's the only thing I want to do. So,
Okay.
if anybody else has anything they want to do first.
Oh, you go ahead.
All right. Well, I am going, as I'm like sitting on the back of this bike with Raven, I'm going to concentrate, and I'm going to basically try and force move the front end of the bike up into like a wheelie so she could get a better shot on the TIE fighters.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Go ahead and roll your force dice to see if you can pull this off. Brilliant.
Oh, whoops.
Can I lose a conflict for this? Because this is so badass.
Yes, you may. You may.
I was sitting at 3 already.
I have to use a dark side, unfortunately, because I need
Nah,
two.
nah, nah. This is great.
Give
Steph's kiss.
So,
Yeah, you can
I'm
feel
only gonna- only
some
need
of
two.
that. You can feel some of that, even though this is a really cool move, Tizo. You can feel some of that recklessness seeping in. It's
Mhm.
like because
I
you
do,
already
yeah.
you can already see that those 2 TIE fighters are onto you guys and like down at level, and you're trying to lift it up and fire up more, like to get more attention drawn to you. So there's a little bit of that going on too.
I'll take it.
But yeah, that was my action. I just needed to spend 2 force points to do it.
Okay.
And I don't really think I can do anything with my maneuver, so I'm just gonna
Hold on.
hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's hanging on. He's like holding
Hang on.
one hand out, one hand around your waist, kind of, and this thing is just starting to pick up off the ground. And naturally, these things don't do that. So this thing's
No,
just like
yeah.
lifting up in a full wheelie.
Hell yeah.
And
Excellent.
as soon as she fires, I'll of course let it goes back down.
Let it drop. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Cool. So that brings us to the next PC. He's kind of teeing you up, Raven.
Oh, hell yes.
Now, Raven, the way it looks is since you're raised up now, the 2 that are ground level you wouldn't be able to shoot at,
That is fine.
but
Oh,
you
those are mine.
Oh, yeah, leave those.
Yeah, I'm leaving it.
But in front of you, you could either fire the ones that would be the easiest to fire upon, or the 3 that are currently like harassing the Phoenix, or the 2 that have just formed together, and the one is smoking terribly.
That's tough. Which one's taking evasive maneuvers? The one that's
The
smoking?
one that was smoking, yeah.
All right, I'll leave him be. I'm gonna go protect the Phoenix.
Okay, so you're gonna fire on that minion group of 3 that are harassing the Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
You got it.
All right, so what is this?
They are a little closer now, so it's gonna be 3 purple for your difficulty. Your base,
Okay, is it-
so it'd make it
Is it
2 for you.
considered long
It'd be,
or
it'd be
short?
long. It'd be long range.
I reduce by 1.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Wow!
Well, I would like to crit.
2.
You can.
Yes.
You can crit. 11, 12, 13, 14.
Plus the battle meditation too.
Plus battle meditation.
That's
Mhm.
19.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
You don't even have to activate the crit to take all 3 of
Oh.
these guys out.
Oh, all right.
You did enough base damage to destroy the whole minion group with that shot.
What?
So
Incredible.
I am shocked right now. Raven's out, but Christy's like, what?
Shooketh.
I'm shook.
so
I'll just
Go ahead
give Raven a pat on the helmet.
yeah. That is just an epically badass maneuver right there that just happened. Like you lifting up the front end of this thing and wheelie, and then just firing from the front of it to these TIE fighters. Go ahead and describe how they go down, Raven.
All right, so I hit the one above the Phoenix, and it kind of spirals and hits a second one, and they both crash to the ground violently. And as the other one's trying to do evasive maneuvers, he like runs right into my line of fire as he's escaping, and he's
Beautiful.
blasted in the air.
Yes, blasted out of the air. You see the wings go flying off, and it's just like this round ball that just goes sailing towards the ground and hits the ground with this massive plume of dust that just kicks up into the air.
Where did that come from?
Don't touch my ship! And turn.
And then the nose of the speeder bike just slowly lowers down. All right, so we've got another PC.
I'll go next. I want to shoot at these jokers who are ground level.
Okay, absolutely.
So what's my pool for that going to be?
Your pool is going to be 2 purple for you because they had maneuvers close. They had maneuvered closer, so it's going to be 2 purple. But you get a free upgrade because they put themselves in such poor positioning because of their despair that they rolled last time.
Okay, I like the sound of that. And here we go. All right, so I got 2 from Battle Med.
Battle meditation makes it a success. Yeah.
So that's 13
13
base damage.
Okay, so you're basically what will happen is you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna hit one, and the one's they're flying so close together and down to the ground that one's gonna lose control, take out the other one. You can go ahead and describe it if you want to.
I'm kind of like leading the target a little bit, and so it's like firing and kicking up dirt, and it's obscuring their viewports, and so they can't see where they're going.
Yes.
And so they're gonna try to they're both gonna try to steer out of this dust cloud, but they're gonna like go in together and just smash and destroy each other.
Awesome. It's like they both avoid it and then fly back into it and yeah, that's it. Perfect. Yes. And then you just see shrapnel and pieces of these ships just kind of like rolling forward out of the dust cloud, creating more as they go. Fantastic. Well done. You still have a maneuver left if you'd like to use it, Yeska.
I'm going to maneuver and go. I feel like my allies have these TIE fighters pretty well in hand, so I'm going to start maneuvering and then use my last turn of sight next time so I can get closer and shoot at the backs of these stormtroopers.
Okay. The way that you guys are currently forming, it seems like most of the allies that you guys have are on this side, and it looks like the stormtroopers are imagine like if this is the hole in the ground, so to speak, where the landing site is. Most of the stormtroopers and stuff are on the opposite side of you guys, and your allies are kind of over here. So imagine like a circular battlefield. You guys are here, they're over here, and it looks like most of your allies have already started to descend into those defensive positions down inside the foundry. So it looks like some of them are like waving more on before the stormtroopers can get there. So they're trying to get these traps and explosives set up so that you guys can be waved in too and take those defensive stances down there below if you'd like.
In that case, I think I will use my maneuver to get close to where I can get off of the bike and down into the defensive position.
Sure, yeah, it'll take a few turns, but yeah, you can start doing that.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So speeding off on his hover bike, leaving a trail of dust.
And I'll use the comms to tell people what I'm doing.
Perfect.
So I'm not just running off.
Where's Yeska going?
Yeska's got a plan. It's fine.
All right, so we got 4 PCs in a row here.
All right, I think I'll probably... So, Michael, what's the layout of the TIE fighters right now?
Right now, you got 2 that are nearby... that one is heavily damaged, but it looks like it's taking evasive maneuvers. And
Yep.
you've got 3 of them that just look like they put down the other Mando who's having trouble keeping that TIE fighter online. And you
Alright.
haven't gotten any communication from that TIE fighter.
Okay, the ones that tried to that put that Mando down, I'm gonna try to fire on them.
Okay, sure.
And we're still on target because that pilot hasn't acted yet, so we get
Yep.
the benefit of that. I'm aiming and I have a boost, and this
Okay.
is a normal. I'm not gonna try to auto fire. I'm just gonna try to do a normal attack here. Here we go. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 9 damage. Okay.
9 damage. Yes. So 9 damage is enough to destroy one of those 3 TIE fighters.
Okay.
So you're firing upon them. You just using your computers to kind of lock in, and is that what
Yeah.
Dran's doing? So
Exactly.
so Dran kind of waits till that TIE fighter gets right in the center of his computer screen and starts beeping and glowing red, and fires away with that button. You can hear the quad lasers firing from above, and you see one just kind of explode and pieces go everywhere, with the other 2 kind of zinging out of the smoke.
Let's hope that's enough to get that guy out of there. And that's all I can do on my turn.
Okay, so we've got 3 PCs. What would you guys like for the rest of your little party to do?
Maybe go ahead, Chris.
I say back up that Mando if anyone can shoot something else. I don't know if they
I
can.
don't think they can, because the proton
Right.
torpedoes are slow fire, so they have one
Slow fire.
turn to wait.
Could they?
Is it
Could
ti-
some? I guess the person on the torpedoes could aim.
They could, yeah. Yeah,
For
they could
next
use their
time,
turn. Yeah, for the aim for next time. Yeah, she could aim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
aim at the one going for our Mando.
I wonder if there's a way that the pilot can put like the Phoenix in between, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good idea. That's
Because-
a really good idea.
Like try to draw their attention.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So what do you say, like switch from stay on target and just call it evasive maneuvers? That sound good?
Cool.
Yeah, they can do that. They can try to... Lyra could try to boost the shields of the Phoenix.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hard mechanics check, but increases the rating of a defense zone once until the start of the next turn.
Yeah. If it's gonna be if the Phoenix is gonna be a shield for this Mando, that's probably a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do that. And it does say suffer 1 system strain, but if they roll more successes, it increases the duration by 1 round per success.
Oh damn.
Nice.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
that sounds pretty cool. So it's a mechanics check with 3 purple. Let's see how she does. Oh!
Jeez, she's killing it.
Here's what
Wow.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna
Is she
say
single?
that she might be. I don't know. I'll have to check the book.
I'm gonna be Diana right now. because damn.
Yeah, she supercharges them for 3 rounds.
Okay.
So it boosts, and I'm gonna say the Triumph does it not only without suffering any system strain, but it boosts all around. So if the shields are on the front and the back, it boosts both.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice. So each boosted by 1. Is that how it works?
It's boosted by 1 for 3 rounds.
Nice.
But that's pretty much all she'll be able to do on her turn. And the other one was just she was going to aim her proton torpedoes for her
Do
turn.
we want to make sure that one Mandalorian can get out of there with one of our initiative slots?
He can try to maneuver to fly, and then he'd have to
See if
use
you can just fly back into the down thing. Or...
See, the thing is, it's fly as a maneuver, and so is evasive flying. So he'd have to do one or the other, because I don't think he can suffer any more system strain, or he would suffer another crit on that ship.
Well, if the Phoenix is gonna be if the Phoenix can get in between him and the TIE fighters, he should be able to just
Just fly.
fly.
Okay. Yeah, he'll use his maneuver to start kind of like trying to fly this thing kind of towards the ground. It looks like it's difficult.
Mhm.
But it looks like that's what he's doing. He can't communicate with you guys, but it appears that that's what's happening.
Can't you use your action for a maneuver also without suffering strain?
Technically you can. Yeah, so he could do evasive. Yeah, let's do fly and evasive for him.
Okay.
And that will be his whole turn. But the Phoenix now has itself kind of like in between them.
Good. Yep.
Mhm.
That's
Perfect.
what we want.
These shields hold.
Shields, hopefully they hold because those two are going to fire right at the Phoenix.
Ooh.
So that's
Two
what-
setbacks.
2 setbacks?
And I think they get is it they upgrade the difficulty because of our
Yes, because you're on evasive,
evasive maneuvers?
Upgrade
and
the
you
difficulty?
also upgrade the difficulty to hit them as well.
Okay, I think they do get 1 boost from one that was passed from before.
Yeah.
So 2 black, 2 purple with 1 upgrade, correct? For them?
Mhm.
And then on the good side, they have 1 boost. Okay. I think I've got it set. Firing at the Phoenix. Oh, missed!
Whew, those shields. Thank goodness.
Missed! Their shields are holding up.
shield.
Shields are holding up, but they will pass a boost to the other group who are gathering themselves together. And there's only 2 minion groups left, so I'm going to take this 3rd NPC off the list. And that one is going to go after the... Actually is going to... They're up in the air. They're looking around. They're going to fire at that other TIE fighter, Mando.
No. That guy's pretty hurt, right?
Yeah.
He was pretty hurt. Yep. So he didn't have any evasive. He doesn't have any armor. Here comes this shot. Oh!
Woo!
A miss with a triumph. Interesting.
That
Wait,
is
didn't
interesting.
he take evasive?
Not this one.
This other one? Yeah.
Oh,
It
this
was
is
the
another
other
one.
Yeah, there's the other guy that he'd
Oh,
been shot, but it wasn't enough to like put that
Yeah.
ship down.
That's
But
right.
he misses, but he got a triumph. I'll say basically what'll happen with this is avoiding these. Your Mando is like really trying to overexert the ship and avoid these shots, and he's going to put himself in a huge disadvantage on his next turn, and he's going to have to upgrade his difficulty next time he tries to fire because he's trying to do all this stuff, and his ship taking a lot of damage and system strain. So this thing is really hard to control and manage. So that's what I'll spend that on, and I'm just going to pass a boost to the next NPC. Bringing us to... what PCs have left to go? We've got 3 left.
That guy?
Probably that guy.
That Mando
And-
that just fired off? Yeah.
Nath and... Or no, Nath aimed, right?
Nath aimed. So the other Mando...
Oh yeah, Massage Mando.
Massage Mando. I think
And they did one go and we just missed the count. Is that...
we might have missed the count. Because I think that's the only 2 that are left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the TIE Fighter Mando... I guess he's just going to try to defend himself and kind of swing around and try to fire at those people that are firing at him. But it upgrades his difficulty, unfortunately, because he was roughing it out there. He's going to fire at that group. It doesn't seem to matter.
Jeez.
And it's enough to take another one of those TIE fighters down, but now he's up to 3 system strain as he's pushing that thing beyond its limits. but one of those TIE fighters is completely destroyed as it explodes once the blasters hit a direct hit. So, we're at the top of the round. Any PC can go.
Raven and Tiza would like to go after the boys. So I want to see what the Phoenix does before we decide what we're doing.
All right, should we all unleash our armament on the Phoenix? Is that the...
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Mess them
I'll go
up.
first.
You got two
Good
TIE
aim.
fighters in range, and it looks like
Mhm.
one of them is smoking heavily.
Okay, I'm going to go for that group myself with the quad laser.
Okay. They are technically taking evasive maneuvers, so you'd
Oh, they
upgrade difficulty 1 on this one.
Let me do the other group then.
Well, there's only one group. It's just...
Oh, there's only one group left, and
Yep.
it's got...
Yep.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
It
So I have
just...
to upgrade the difficulty
Mhm.
because of what they're doing there. Okay. And this, the quad lasers are accurate, so I've got that for me.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna hope that the light side is on my side.
Okay, hey, might as well.
Yeah. And here goes nothing. Pew. Oh no!
No, that's interesting.
Nothing indeed.
Nothing indeed.
Yep,
So
yep,
that
yep.
is that is a miss. You do have an advantage.
I will pass it on to Nath.
Now,
Oh, I guess the next person. I can't choose. So, yeah, pass it on to the
yeah.
next
So
person.
yes, whoever goes next gets a boost. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So unfortunately, those the computer systems weren't on your side as you were trying to accurately pinpoint.
Fix that panel, otherwise Raven will strangle me.
That's
Has it-
right.
Has it been enough time to fire the proton torpedo again?
It has, because it's been
Yeah.
a turn, right? Yeah. So this turn.
Why don't we just let Nath fire off a proton torpedo at these jokers?
It's
Let's see
our
if we
last
can
proton torpedo,
finish
so
this.
she better make it count.
It's the last one.
Yep, we're limited ammo 3 on that one, and we used one.
Oh
the previous
yeah,
session.
yeah. You did. Yep.
So what's Nath's base here? Is it 3 green?
Yes. 3 green is her base gunnery,
Okay, 3 green.
And a
You-
boost.
and actually 2 boosts because she aimed
Oh, right.
That's right, she aimed.
round, and you passed a boost to her.
Okay,
So
okay.
2 blue on top of that.
I think she's gonna use the light side as well.
Okay. For an upgrade. There you go.
You know what? Oh, okay, never mind. It is counting it properly. Cool.
5 and
Um,
5. Look at that. Look at all them.
Is that right? We have that many points in play?
We did. Yeah.
Okay.
We got 9 light side points at the beginning of this.
That's ridiculous.
Here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. Boom. Well,
Oh my.
Hold on a second. These things have guided, and that does something
Okay.
when you miss.
okay. Guided does something when you miss. That's a
It does something. I think you can spend advantage
Okay.
to make it like to re-roll or something like that. Guided.
So you
think
might be
you're
able to
right.
re-roll yours.
You might be able to re-roll it.
No, that was for the laser cannon. Sorry.
Yeah, this is only for proton torpedoes. I'm pretty sure guided does something like that. Where's my descriptions? Gear and equipment. Here we go.
guided says certain projectiles such as guided missiles may benefit from course alterations. Guided requires 3 advantage, which we have
It
to
does.
activate.
It does.
If guided is activated, they make an attack check at the end of the round. The difficulty is calculated by comparing weapon's silhouette of 0 to the silhouette of the target. The check's green is equal to the weapon's guided rating. Okay. Okay.
So these are guided. What are these guided to?
Guided 2, yeah.
So basically, at the end of the round. So basically, what happens is
So this sucker just like
it just misses,
whizzes between
by,
them, and then like by the time everyone else has done things, it's turned around.
it's turning around and it's gonna come back. Yeah,
It's a
that's what's gonna happen. Yep. So you do have an additional advantage that you can you can pass a boost to the next person. If
Do we
you'd
think
like.
Nath would pass it to the next person? Yeah.
Sure.
The dazzling
Yeah.
proton torpedo.
Yeah, so this blue streak through the air zings by in between the two TIE fighters. And it looks like it's like
they were like 3 feet
it's
in
like
front of you.
veering off to the left. So unfortunately, two shots and no avail. The Phoenix is unable to strike the TIE fighters.
Great showing.
That's it. So that brings us to the next PC.
Is the other Mandalorian and the TIE fighter going to try and shoot at the other TIE fighter still, or the one with like
Or is he out of control?
One
The
HP
one,
or
the one could, if that's what you guys want him to do. Yeah, he's at like one hull point left on that TIE fighter, but he still has
Better make
control
it
of
count.
Sure.
I mean, he fired last time, didn't he?
Yeah, he can fire.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
gonna
stay
go
on target.
So one evasive maneuver upgrade. Do you guys want him to flip a destiny point, or do you guys want him to keep it right where it is? Yeah, flip. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Can somebody
Right.
can somebody flip it for me, so I don't
Sure.
accidentally take a dark side away? All right, here comes the fire, and that's gonna hit. And I will say he's firing at the damaged one, so it takes the damaged one out. So with those streaks of green flashes go across the sky, and another explosion takes place, and where that trail of dark smoke was leading out of the ion engine of this TIE fighter, just all of a sudden explodes, and you see shrapnel go flying. So that one is destroyed, leaving only one TIE fighter remaining, zinging out of that pile of that cloud of smoke and shrapnel. Now the PC can
So-
go.
Are we within range still of firing from our bike?
Yes, you can.
Let's do it.
I will attempt to try and willy us again.
Willie again. All right.
God.
Oh, honey.
Oh, my dude.
Wow.
That's a lot of dark
Take
side right
2 conflict.
there. 2
So
conflict
I have to use 2 points.
and 2 strain.
Yep. Oh, I forgot to do the strain last time. Whoops. All right. So yeah, I willy us just so Raven can get a shot.
Yep. And as you're doing this and pulling this up in the air at Tizo, all you can hear in your mind is good.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah. So the
All
willy
right.
happens again almost instantly after letting down from it before, Raven, and that
All right.
ends Tizo's turn.
All right. I'm just gonna take a shot.
Okay.
Ooh. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh
my.
my gosh.
And that
Plus
will do.
2.
And that will do it. You can go ahead and describe it.
So as he's lifting up, I just like hold the trigger, and it's just a straight line up like the middle of it.
Okay. Yeah, and you just see, you kind of carve it, and you can see the glass from the main cockpit area shatter, sparks and other things fly, and it looks like mini explosions are happening within the cockpit as he loses control and just down into the ground within a big explosion as those TIE fighters have been destroyed.
Nice.
Now, is there any chance we can redirect that missing missile?
Well,
Or is that just
I,
going to come back around and try to hit us?
It probably just uses its guiding target. 'Cause
it
you,
probably would lose its
typically, how a
target.
guiding
Yeah.
thing does, you
Yeah.
walk onto something.
Yeah.
It will
It,
explode.
And
yeah,
it's still going, they say, out there.
yeah, it just disappears into the horizon and it just vanishes. But yeah, you guys, technically that is an encounter, so we're out of encounter. So if you guys wanted to make your discipline or cool check for strain that you took, you can do that now.
I'm okay.
I heal all my strain.
Nice. I want to double check what these Mandos have. I don't think they have piloting as a skill, unfortunately. So I think it's based off of their.
Nice.
I think it's based
Nope,
off of
they
their
don't have
agility.
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and make a check real quick. Okay, you guys watched that Mando that had the very damaged TIE fighter basically crash lands this thing.
No!
Over on the other side.
Can I give him my luck
Crash
point?
lands,
Can I give
not
him
crash.
my luck point?
Your luck point? Sure.
Yeah.
You can re-roll that. Okay, so the luck point. Let's see how lucky he gets as he's coming into the ground trying to land this thing. Looks like he's gaining momentum and speed. He's trying to control it. Well, it wasn't as bad of a failure this time, but you can still see that landing it, you can see one of the wings get ripped off the side, and then the cockpit part like slides down and it starts to do this weird spin through the dirt as it kind of rests gently across some kind of rock outcropping that seems to peer off through the reddish dirt. You can see the cockpit open and just smoke pours out, and you see him kind of like roll out onto the ground. So he looks like he's
up inside of his helmet.
That's right. It looks like
So he didn't die, is what you're telling me.
He's not dead. He's not dead, but it looks like he had a pretty he got beat up pretty bad on the landing there.
Well, that's kind of a motif. Like we see TIE fighters crash land all the time, and people come out of it.
Yeah. And also, he's got his full Mandalorian armor on, so he's...
Well, that's why I was giving him the luck point, because I thought he was just going to die.
No, it looks like he's okay. He'll live. He's hurt, but he'll live.
Okay.
All right.
Who's Andy?
And you guys all see Yeska is basically headed towards where everybody's kind of lowering themselves down into the landing shaft. What do you guys do during this time?
Anyone need a pickup?
I'm just going wherever Raven's going.
Or are you guys going right in?
You might, Doctor. You might stop and pick up our other Mandalorian friend
I was
who
just
crashed.
going to say, can you pick up that one?
We gotta pick up your buddy.
Crush no sweats. And I'll just do a Yui and follow Yeska.
All right, so the Mandalorian kind of guides the Phoenix down towards the other one. They lower the landing kind of pad and everything and get him ready to be pulled up. A couple of the Mandalorians kind of rush out. Lyra Harden kind of rushing out too, grabbing him. Yeah, he looks like he's a little bit shaken up, but they drag him across, and the one kind of like throws a good, has a pretty good landing there, buddy. Shut up. As they get on the ship.
Oh, Yoba.
They're so salty.
It's all competition, you know? That's what it is. Who can outdo the other?
Yep. That's where it gets from.
So, yeah, it's no problem getting them, but you can see that, you know, the Imperials are starting to get their stuff together out there. They're taking their good old time.
Mm-hmm.
They're being awfully confident here. And you guys know you only have about 20 more minutes. And surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys doing now? Seems like the Cacique's telling you guys all to, like, you know, get down into the area and let's draw them in. So,
I think you're muted, Christy.
yeah, Christy, you're muted there.
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Yep.
Can the Phoenix fit down there?
Yeah, you guys landed the Phoenix in there before.
Okay.
I think you did, didn't you? Or was it the Bastion?
No, it's the Phoenix.
Yeah, you can fit a few ships down there. It's a pretty big opening.
It's a big hole in the ground.
Yeah, probably the Star Destroyer wouldn't fit.
See, maybe we should go down as well.
Okay, so you're gonna head down there. Okay.
Yeah, let's get set up to kind of trigger these traps and receive the welcoming committee.
Okay. Dran, as you are approaching, I would say probably Tizo and Raven, you guys get there. And honestly, I don't know what you want to do with the hover bike. Technically, what's on the hover bike? What is is there like an altitude or something on it? Like
It
says
off the edge, does it
maximum altitude is 25 meters.
25 meters. So basically the hover bike, like you could
That's a lot.
you could launch it out there, and when it got to about 25 meters, it would start to kind of go zzz, You know, like it would slow you down probably.
All
Or you
right.
could drive it right off. Jeez.
Yeah. So you like have Tizo like using the force move to like, keep the nose up a little bit so it doesn't dive bomb. But yeah, you guys can
sort of similar to like the pod racers in Phantom Menace. Like
Yeah.
they can only go up certain amount.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
do
you
that.
guys head on there. Dran, one thing that you notice,
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting there and you guys are starting to see with that little bit of extra, you know, height that you guys have over all of the debris and stuff that are out here.
Mm-hmm.
You can notice that pretty far distant away, you can see that there is a ship that looks like some pretty extensive high officers are getting off of. And then Lyra looks at you and she's like, wait a second, can you zoom in on that somehow?
Enhance.
Enhanced.
Go ahead and make a computers check for me, Dran.
Oh.
Let's see how in tune with your see how quickly you
There's
can
Nath when you need her.
Yeah.
What kind of check is this?
We'll say it's an average 2 purple computers check.
Purple. Okay. Okay,
All
2
right.
successes.
Yeah, you're able to enhance in and get this some shots of this from close up. And she immediately is like, no way. You're kidding me. And she like
What do you see?
goes over your shoulder and she starts like zooming in on this guy's face. And you can see like you would know immediately this is Captain attire that this individual is wearing. And it looks like just a pretty average looking male individual with like a mustache and a kind of a simple goatee with the captain's hat on and everything, standing there. It has like the little, what do they have, that little half like cape, you know, really fancy looking and professional. That's I know him. That's
You know.
That's Patrician Viola's son. And you guys would know, or Dran, you would know that's one of the individuals that's on the like council here at Foundry Four. You guys didn't speak to her too extensively, but she was one of the people that were in that council meeting initially.
Oh.
That sounds like a conflict of interest.
I'm gonna miss him.
But as she says that, she's like, she kind of looks at you and is like,
No.
I bet you. She's a traitor. I bet you she fed all this information to him.
Do you think she sabotaged any of the defenses down there?
I have no idea, but we better get down there quick and find out.
Yep, and I'll go in the comms and start telling the others if they, you know.
Okay, who you gonna reach out to in the comms?
I guess I'll go Raven first because I know that she's got the helmet and is likely to.
Okay.
Bloody hell. Is what I say. All right. Well, I guess that's where I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go look for her.
Okay.
Agreed. I think we ought to have a small talk with her.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way down. You can see like you make contact with the other 2 Mandalorians that were with you that were here fighting. It looks like maybe 3 of the Tao's warriors didn't make it to this point, but the other 2 Mandalorian guys are still there. I mean, it looks like they've got some marks on their armor and things of that nature, but it looks like they're getting things ready to defend and getting behind cover. There's still a lot of other individuals that are making their way down. Pretty much all of the droids, you don't see any droids left. It looks like they were used up with the rest of the fighting up on the surface.
I guess they got in Tizo's way, huh? Lay down.
And poor Tizo.
My lord.
I can feel the look.
I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel it. But you guys are kind of rest down there and start unloading from your ships. The Bastion pulls in and sets down as well. And your good friend Cad and Tarok, they get off the Bastion. It does look like the Bastion took a few hits. There's a couple marks on the Bastion.
With the last of my remaining sight, I see the, damage, and I'll just turn to Cat and go, "What have you done to my ship?"
Your ship? I thought this was my ship. Didn't we already make this deal?
I'm just joking.
And he looks up at like what you were talking about. He's, oh yeah, that's awful. What did they do? They're gonna pay. They're gonna pay. He kind of like stomps off.
Which NPCs are around here?
It looks like there's a bunch of NPCs around just trying to get ready. I mean,
So Cad, like who are our main like named NPCs that are around?
Cad,
Tarok.
Tarek.
You don't see the Cacique.
He's just operating from somewhere.
He's probably in that main, like you would think he was in that main chamber that you guys went where that meeting was, where they had all the like the holograms and stuff like that going on. So he's probably there running the battle from there.
Do we think our patrician lady is down there too?
Immediately after landing, you see Lyra. She has this really angry look on her face, and it looks like she just starts walking like in that direction. Like she's walking with purpose. So I don't know what you guys.
I kind of give them.
I'll go with her.
Okay.
That, like we have a traitor to Cad and.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Cad looks at you. He's like, "What do you mean?"
The councilwoman. What's her name?
Viola.
Viola.
Her
Her son just landed with the Empire.
Ooh.
Spread the word.
Yeah, the
Find her.
captain's insignia.
I've never. What does she look like?
Well, I tell her what she looks like.
She's got a very pronounced nose. A patrician nose, if you will.
There you go.
It feels odd to call a woman a patrician.
Power walking. Yep.
You're power walking? Okay, yeah, so basically you guys make your way into the area where the Cacique is actually like calling everything, and she's present there, like in the midst of all this. And you guys head in there, and Lyra like looks right at her and says, "Traitor." And just kind of points right at her.
Trying to be a little more subtle than that.
And it's just like doesn't look like there's subtlety in Lyra. Remember, she was the really fiery one from the beginning too.
Yeah.
So she just got right to the chase, and she basically looks at where is he? Cacique, was his name's Cal Corsa. Looks at him and says, "It's Sargon. It's not Nervi, it's Sargon." And he looks at Viola and then back at her and is like, "What do you mean?" "Sargon is the captain leading this attack. I saw him with my own eyes. She brought him here. She led him right to us. What do you have against us? What is this about?" What do the rest of you do?
Got my hand near my blaster just in case.
Yeah, Raven wants to be standing right behind Lyra with a very intimidating stance, hand also on gun.
Okay.
Not drawn, hand on it.
All right.
And I'll move off to the side, just kind of a little bit away from everyone, because the focus is not on me. So perhaps I can kind of sneak around to the side and attack from there.
Okay.
I leap directly for her with my lightsaber ignited and just hold it up to her throat.
Well, one of us.
Reckless.
Oh.
That's par for the course.
Okay.
Eric, I love you, man.
Yeah, like I will say, like I didn't think she would expect that, so I'm not even gonna make you roll for it, but I am gonna have you take 2 conflict points.
Yeah.
For your recklessness.
I'm not attacking her.
Yeah, you're just kind of holding it up
threatening
to,
her.
kind of like holding her hostage kind of deal. She's startled by this, and you can immediately feel fear in her. She's not young, but she's not like incredibly old. I would somewhere like mid 50s, early 60s, if that. Kind of like around that ballpark. So what? It's just like looking at you. Why are you doing this? What is going on? I did not lead him here. I don't know what you're talking
Answer
about.
her questions.
It's in your
What is
best
your son
interest
doing
to
here?
talk.
I haven't heard from my son in a long time. This has nothing to do with me. I did not lead them here.
What's an insight check?
It'd be vigilance.
Insight vigilance.
Vigilance. Yeah,
Alright.
it would be just 2 purple dice on this.
I incite vigilance. I start being vigil.
I'm being vigilant.
While that's going on, is Nath with us?
Nath is with you. Yeah.
Nath, do you recall who the captain was on the ship you were on? Have you heard of this Sargon?
The captain is Raucio Nervi. And then Lyra is kind of like, Raucio was his name, but his last name was Sargon, not Nervi.
Though I believe.
And Lyra looks at you guys. I recognize him. I grew up. I saw him grow up. That is him.
A vigilance check.
What'd you get on the vigilance?
4-2.
4-2.
Somewhere a half drow is smiling.
She grew so greatly right now.
Raven, you get the vibe, okay, that this Viola did not communicate this to her son and is actually really surprised by everything that's taking place. She's just as confused as everybody else is right now. But with that vigilance check, you can also feel like Lyra is... She's kind of pushing the envelope with her aggression.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely just making an assumption.
All right.
Based on what
So
she says.
I will step forward in front of Lyra and put my hand on Tisa's shoulder. She's telling the truth.
Good enough for me. I deignite my lightsaber and put it away.
And the cacique kind
Sorry
of...
about that.
Sorry about that.
Cal Corsa, the cacique's like, wait a minute. Looks at Tizo. Don't put that away. How do you know? How do you know she can be trusted? How do you know she doesn't want my position? How do you know that's why he's not here? To take me out so that she can lead.
Well, it wouldn't be very smart of her to do it now, would it? I know that look. She's a mother and she's clearly hurt by this and confused.
Well, what's he doing here then?
That's a good question.
Could be just coincidence.
He might not even know his mother's here. Wouldn't that be a kicker?
Could he have a vendetta against this place? Did he live here?
He did for some time.
How long ago?
It's been years.
Well, if he's been here, then he knows where it is. That explains why he's back.
Well, I guess we will find out soon enough as you guys kind of start to hear like explosions and blaster fire start to happen from back beyond in Foundry 4. What should we do?
We stick to the plan. We have 20 minutes.
All right.
You can leave him to me. It's fine.
What are you going to do?
I was going to kill them.
If you kill him, then we won't ever know what he was here for.
So you want him taken alive?
Is that possible
We've
with
done that
you?
before, right?
Sure.
Okay. Just checking.
You might lose some limbs if.
Yeah, he might lose like a hand or something, but he'll be alive.
I'll be sure to switch guns if I need to.
No disintegrations.
No disintegration. I will play nice.
Okay, well, I guess let's just try to stand our ground and hold them off. As far as I know, the Armada is set to arrive very soon.
All right. Let's do this.
All right, and let's go ahead and make another mass combat check. I think MG might be up for this one.
I think.
Yeah,
you're
based
right.
on his groaning.
Yeah. My rolls have not been good tonight.
So,
Remember last time I had 2 despairs?
So let's see what this is considered phase 7. It's called the Foundry Four Battleground Part 1. So any remaining friendly forces retreat to the landing shaft, which we've already done so.
There you go, MG. Check chat.
Thank you.
At least. There you go. Luck coming in.
We may need it. We may need it. Oh.
Mandalorian Commander. Okay, so the base for this first one is going to be 4 green base to start off.
Okay.
Plus 1 additional green because of the number of individuals that you had to start off this one. Then it says that we have to put the leadership upgrades, and I think this is based on Cal's leadership, which was, what did we say his was? Here it is. Kasich, leadership 3. So 3 upgrades on those for this mass combat check.
Mm-hmm.
We've also got because this is a natural choke point, you get to add a blue boost for this mass combat check.
Okay.
And if you have Mandalorians with you, their affinity for jetpacks gives you an automatic 2 advantage on this one.
Cool.
I love my Mandos.
Plus, if I remember right, we had 2 automatic advantage from the last phase. So that's 4 automatic advantage already.
Yeah. Jeez.
So the difficulty for mass combat check begins with 5 purple. Upgraded 3 times because of leadership. And fortunately for the PCs, coordinating 2 attack vectors while retaining a defensive... This is a terrible position for these guys to come into with the defenses. So you guys get to add 2 more blue boosts because of the positioning of all this. So they're basically trying to repel down this
And we're
just firing up, and then some. You got your Mandalorians coming up on jetpacks and picking people off. I mean,
we're setting off kind of like landmine charges, like right in their face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And there's basically in their landing points too. There's already mine charges set, so yeah, they're exploding as well. But yeah, so that should be the base.
So I'm gonna roll, and then it's gonna be.
And don't forget the spinning buzzsaw that we put at the top rim of the hole that come around and cut the ropes.
That's right.
Okay, and the 4 advantages cancel out those threats.
Very James Bond.
They do.
And add 2 more advantage, right?
So
okay.
You have succeeded. All right, let's see what this says. If the PCs succeed, the defenders pull into the faculty, slamming the blast doors behind them. The stormtroopers do manage to take the landing shaft, but it cost them dearly in Imperial lives and precious time. Von der Wei's forces are too numerous to be significantly impacted by their losses. The effect on both sides' morale is palpable. Flip 1 dark side destiny point to the light side.
Oh,
so
geez.
I lose a dark side, and you guys gain a light side.
Damn.
This phase takes an extra 20 minutes, meaning the phase will take all 40 minutes. So, here's what happens. So, as this combat is taking place, you guys all get behind like one of the hallway blast doors, and they seal beyond you. And you can hear like the battle continue. You can hear explosions happening. It seems like the stormtroopers are gaining ground, but not without heavy losses. And some of them are falling from the top and landing next to the Phoenix on the landing shaft and just like landing there. And then you guys don't really notice it first, but then you start to hear these rumbling explosions begin. And they shake the entire subterranean factory. These things start to rumble. Pieces of dirt and debris kind of just start to gently like fall from the ceiling. And then you start to wonder, could the geothermal reactor have taken damage during this assault? Are we all in danger of going up in flames? How about the lava below? Is it just going to start overflowing in this place? But
I forgot about the lava.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it can't be. This is something else. The fighting grinds to a halt on both sides. You take notice of the sound. After a few seconds, it dawns on you. And then you hear on the other side of the blast doors the shouts of Imperial troops and the pitter-patter of the running feet against the metal walkways as it sounds like they're in full retreat mode from this. And Dran, you know immediately as you're in this tense moment within this woman who was just a moment ago called a traitor, and after just holding back the urge to just run out there and help some of your allies in the midst of all this, you're confident that your rebel friends have arrived.
Oh yeah. I think they're here.
The sound must be the concussive rumbles of orbital bombardment of the Imperial landing zones. It doesn't take long before the sound of blaster fire and explosions echoes from the landing shafts beyond the blast doors. Despite these the barked orders of their officers, the stormtroopers' attention is divided, and you start to hear the gunfire cease, and the rumblings start to rest. And everything is quiet. What do you guys do?
People out there?
Yeah, I want to go check.
Okay. You guys... Corsica, he opens up the blast doors, the last defense system that he had like coming into this main part of the foundry. And you can see, immediately upon opening the blast doors, you see rebel troops with blasters leading lines of stormtroopers that have their hands kind of like behind their heads, walking in a surrender type line as they are moving. And you can see some smaller rebel landing ships are coming down the landing shaft and landing beside the Phoenix and unloading and starting to engage and round up these stormtroopers that have laid down their weapons and surrender. You can see a few of your Tal's friends like pushing a few of the stormtroopers over to one of the lines and shoving them aggressively towards this. One of them kind of like takes one of the helmets and tries to take it off the stormtrooper, and the stormtrooper kind of like holds it onto his head, and then he just kind of gives him a swift kick in the tail, and he moves along. But yeah, the rebels are here, and they've come quickly, and they're starting to actually take these stormtroopers prisoner.
Well done.
Damn. All right.
All right.
Phoenix okay in all this?
I think we need to get in contact with the leaders of this rebel force. Let them know who we are and what has happened with us.
Probably a good idea. Maybe we could use the comms on the Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Did
do
you
that.
have a contact point, Doctor?
I guess, would I have like a general frequency I could go on to like check in?
Yeah, you could have you'd have a general frequency.
Yeah.
The password is Rebel Scum.
You do actually get contact before you can even reach out, Dran. As you can see, you're starting to get a buzz on your comm link, and it looks like a holographic call is coming in, a hologram, and it comes out in front of you, and you can see there's a very prominent looking middle-aged female standing there, Captain Luca Cordell. Dran, we
Yes,
made
sir.
it, ma'am. You mean?
Ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course, humans all look the same to me.
You okay down there?
Oh yeah, we're doing great. How was the ride in? Was it smooth?
It was smooth, and it was even better watching that Star Destroyer fall to the planet's surface.
Oh, that must have been some of that rumbling.
You did well, Dran.
Didn't do it alone. I was accompanied by some extraordinary combatants.
I think we'll have to talk to the Admiral about that promotion.
Really?
From what I can see, this is you did great.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm getting calm that they have the captain held captive on the surface. Maybe you might want to go up and take care of that.
Yeah, we have someone that may want to see them.
See them?
Yes, one of the
I'll point them out.
leaders here. Oh, I'm sorry. You go ahead. I was.
No, you're good. No.
Don't point-
He turned the hologram to face you.
It's so in character, and I love it.
All right. Yes, one of the leaders here happens to be the mother of the Imperial Captain. We suggest that she be interviewed by intelligence assets, but we have a certain degree of confidence that she is not in cahoots, you would say, with her son.
Okay. Yeah, we can send someone down, or you can bring her up to the Armada. What would be best for you all?
Probably get her time alone with her son. Well, supervised visit with her son, and then take them both up.
Can you all handle that?
Certainly.
All right. Well, we'll just we'll wait word.
All right.
And well done, Dran. Well done.
Good to see you all. You
It's good
you
to see
arrived right on time.
Knew we would. And then it just kind of just blamps out of your hologram.
Alright.
Viola's standing near, and she looks rattled
Yeah.
by all this. What do you guys want to do?
I want Lyra to come with to watch this interaction happen.
Okay.
Bring
With
Lyra,
her.
she's just gonna shoot him.
No, she will not. Raven will make sure she doesn't.
All right.
But she wants Lyra to like watch this mother-son interaction just for her own sake of mind, because she probably still feels like Viola is a traitor. So,
Okay.
and she's probably gonna round up a few more Mandos that are not as roughed up to escort us, so we can
Okay.
go see the prisoner.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you guys get an escort of Mandalorians head with you. You guys are
Yeah.
bringing Lyra, and you're bringing Viola.
Yes,
Okay, you got it. And you
unless
guys
there's
are...
anybody else you guys want to come.
I'll come too.
I'd go along, yeah. I'm gonna drop battle meditation finally and kind of get rid of my nosebleed.
You've been focusing for a long time there, Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sense of
Good
extra
shit,
power and strength they have just
It
kind of
was so
fades.
fun.
Yeah, you guys feel like you guys feel a little bit two automatic successes lighter now.
Kind of got used to
Not
that.
as lucky.
Yeah. So you guys head up a surface side, and you guys are brought to a place where it looks like you can see a few rebels are kind of moving more prisoners away, and then as these kind of prisoners disperse, you see the captain is like sitting there. Looks like he's got some kind of futuristic looking manacles behind his back as he's sitting there on like the stairs leading up to one of these like landing ships, these carrier ships, and he's just sitting there, his head's down in defeat. And it looks like there's just a couple rebels standing nearby with weapons, just guarding the area as you guys approach. He doesn't seem to pick up his head, he's just kind of sitting there.
I will gesture at Viola to take a few steps forward, and I will make sure me and Lyra are standing back to watch. I'm
Okay.
gonna let Mama have the first word here.
Okay. He kind of raises his head a little bit and looks and kind of makes eye contact with Viola. And Viola's just like, you can see she's rattled, but there's definitely recognition in her face. Says, "It is you. I thought you were dead. What are you doing? What is all this? Why did you come here? Why are you wearing that?" You have a lot to answer for. And he kind of looks up at her and is like, "I almost had it. I was going to wipe this place off the map. Destroy it all. Almost. This close." And he just kind of like lowers his head. It doesn't look like your vibe you're getting, Raven, right now is like,
Am I
He's-
sensing any dark side here?
go ahead and make a vigilance check for me.
Okay, what's the thingy?
I think the douche side.
It'd be 2 purple for your vigilance check on this.
All right. Hello?
That's a weird mix. It's a
That
mix.
is a weird mix.
You fail, but you fail really
Real
good.
good? I don't know what this means.
It means you failed, but you failed at what you were your original intent, but you discovered maybe perhaps something else that could be
Okay.
beneficial.
Sure.
So, what I will say is, you're not sensing any force kind of related stuff,
Hmm.
but with that triumph, you recognize some of his facial features, and you start to ponder a little bit, and he has some of the same type of structure as the cacique Cal Corsa.
Oh no.
Like as if they might be related in some way.
Okay. I keep my mouth shut. I keep my damn mouth shut right now. That's future Raven's problem. Oh, okay. I was like, is there a dark side user here? No, he's just a bastard baby. It's okay. Wow. All right. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Damn.
But it doesn't seem like as if like Viola will keep asking him stuff, and it doesn't look like he's putting up a wall with her, and she's not getting much out of him no matter what. Like, she starts to get angry. Speak. Why won't you answer me? And he just kind of like looks up at her one time, kind of shouts back, "You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. So what's the use?"
Do I have any rubber gloves in my med pack? Maybe I can make him talk.
Oh, you're
Kidding.
that kind of alien. Okay.
Why don't we take him up to the rebels?
Yeah, if he's not gonna talk
He's
here,
not
he'll
gonna-
talk in
yeah.
interrogations.
Yeah.
So that's it.
exactly.
You're just gonna turn me in, huh? Gonna hand me over.
Yeah, pretty much.
You could make this a lot easier for yourself if there was an explanation here, but you're not willing to offer, so up we go. You had a choice. You chose wrong. So let's go.
I know how it feels to be able to push my abilities beyond their limits. I know how it feels, and she's looking directly at all of you. I know how it feels to be able to manipulate things that shouldn't be manipulated. I know how it feels to be special. And I think you all know exactly what I'm talking about.
Death sticks.
How come that guy's on every planet you guys visit?
What a
He just comes out of the woodwork. Hey, you want to buy some death sticks?
I got a cousin on every planet. We all look the same.
That's it.
What if we don't know what you mean?
He looks at you. I could feel what you were doing this whole time. You had a way with manipulating the way things would turn out. You're powerful. The Empire would want you dead.
They already do, and they're not doing a good job at it.
And I'll kind of lean down towards him and go, yes, we are powerful. And you are not. Goodbye.
Don't you get it? Don't you see what I'm trying to do?
La 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 la, I'm listening. I don't listen to losers. Goodbye.
Wow.
Guys, I mean, do you?
I had to wipe this place out to get rid of any evidence of my ability. Because if the Empire knows what I have and knows what I can do, I will no longer be a captain.
So you hid in plain sight.
That's exactly what I did.
At what cost?
I really had no choice. You see, my mother here, let's just say she had a little surprise child.
Raven's eyes shift. Oh my God.
And you can see that Viola at this is getting nervous, like she's starting to sweat a bit. And then, like, with your previous vigilance checks, you start to put 2 and 2 together, Raven, that Viola must have had some relations with somebody that she shouldn't have.
I put that together a million miles away. Yeah, I did.
In the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he comes out and he flat out says it. Yeah. My father was Hans Corsa, the cacique's father. One day I fought alongside my father. I was driven under some extreme emotional distress during this time. So I confronted him about everything that was going on. I wanted to know his secrets. I wanted to know what he was up to. I wanted to know what this was all about. He kept refusing. And I kept getting angrier and angrier and angrier in the midst. Then one day I gave in to my rage. And I blacked out. And I don't know what happened, but when I awoke, Hans Corsa was dead. And I left. And I hid in plain sight. I chose to go to the Empire. Because my family would never think to look for me there.
So you're telling me you hit puberty, had a temper tantrum, killed your father, and then led into the dark side, yeah?
Dark side sounds a little harsh. But
Wiping out an
Sounds
entire
like you had
planet sounds a
choice
little
between-
harsh. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you had the choice between family counseling and joining
Therapy?
Death Machine. Yeah.
Well, once I received rank of captain, I knew that I had, well, I thought I had the essential following and the equipment provided by the Empire to come here to the Foundry where any evidence of my past would be and simply erase it and eradicate it. Then I wouldn't have to worry about anybody finding out any information about me. Or knowing that I have some kind of strange, mysterious powers that could be, a conflict of interest with the Empire. That was close.
And now here you are.
So now what? Just turning me over to the rebellion, huh?
Pretty
You haven't really given a good case for yourself here.
Go ahead.
Can the rebellion handle him? We don't know
I'm
the
not sure.
extent of his...
Someone with his abilities. Perhaps he might come with us and maybe we can try to work with him and help teach him a better way. And shave that mustache.
Wow.
Agent Nath, Aliko joins you guys as well. And as you say that, Dran, she's like, well, I've spent an extensive amount of time with him. And she kind of smiles at him, and he kind of has this recognition. With her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ah, there
You
it
bet.
is. But I can, we could do some interrogating work.
Although I do think interrogation first is a good start. Just to try and break this down even further. I'm not hopeful at this point. But taking him back to the temple isn't a bad idea.
To the gatekeeper
Right.
and the warden.
He did say there is potential to bring someone back, but it's difficult.
Otherwise, what a waste of such powers. Only so many people in the galaxy that can do these things, and they're all rotten.
Consider it like forced anger management classes that you take on probation. He has to complete 180 weeks or he's not free.
So good.
No, that's my suggestion. I'm not sure.
I mean, Nath kind of looks at you. Yeah, we can take him. We can take him and interrogate him and see if we can find out any additional information. I know a little bit, but he was pretty. I'm sure there's some things going on that might not necessarily know about.
Keep us posted, because then we'll be taking him along.
Will do. And she kind of gestures to the other rebels to kind of gather him up and get him onto one of the vessels that are going to take him, kind of like a shuttle, take him up to one of the larger ships that are. You can see there's basically a rebellion armada up there, flying in low orbit. You guys can see just barely up there. You can see a very vast smoke cloud in the distance, from where it looks like a Star Destroyer came down and smacked into the planet.
Yep.
You don't
Almost
see.
like it didn't have controls.
Yep. Almost like it couldn't do anything about it. Right?
So, before they take Sargon away, I want to go over to him and whisper something in his ear.
Okay.
And I will whisper to him, I have been in situations like yours before. Just know that anger is easy and temporary, but discipline and control is lasting and effective. Don't give in to your anger, and learn to move past.
He kind of just gives you a glance. Doesn't really say anything in reply, and the rebels just kind of like pull him away. Go ahead and remove one of your conflict points. Yeska. Very good. But yeah, you see the rebels kind of lead him away to a small shuttle. They board the shuttle and eventually start lifting off. Seems to head in that direction towards one of the larger ships in the armada. And looks like a lot of the Foundry Four individuals are kind of coming up, and they're just going through the battlefield. And once all the surrendered stormtroopers are kind of taken into custody and organized with the rebellion, a lot of the locals are trying to find, you know, loved ones or other individuals that they may have lost during the battle. The ground is just like, you can see areas that are just smoking. Things are on fire. I mean, rubble of TIE fighters and other droid vessels are laying all around. So it's like an additional graveyard on top of the Clone Wars graveyard that was already here. So now you got all these additional ships just laying around.
I think Raven would use her jetpack to fly over the battlefields to see if she can find survivors.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you
and get the other Mandos that are around to help with that.
Yeah, they can definitely do that. Yeah, that wouldn't require a check or anything, because it's all kind of like smoothed over now. There's not really any like resistance going on right now as you guys are moving along trying to help them out. You can see that there is a lot of casualties. There's a lot of good thing you guys were able to reestablish some of those droids too, because those droids they're all basically demolished and destroyed, but those took the brunt of the damage. Those droidekas that you guys had out there with their shield powers and generators that they had going, they probably did that. You had 5 of them, so they probably did a good bit of defensive, you know, structure to help for you guys as well. Yeah. What are the rest of you going to be doing while Raven's doing that?
I'm going to continue to help coordinate between the Foundry Four leadership and the Rebel Forces leadership.
Okay. Perfect. And honestly, Yeska, you can see that basically while you're helping them out, they do have a good relationship, but it's not necessarily as if like Foundry 4 is not just like a rebel establishment. They will work for anybody who will come in and basically like give them the money to support them. So like this Foundry probably does like help fund space pirates and all kinds of stuff, because this is an underground kind of place that's pretty secretive. So the rebels, they help the rebels too, like upgrade their ships and stuff. So they have a good relationship, but they're not necessarily like, this is not a rebel base, so to speak. Right. So
I will teach them all about the GIS concept of synergy.
Excellent. Yeah, how about Dran? What are you up to during all this?
Probably helping with the wounded a little bit.
Okay, doing some healing.
Doing the old yeah.
They're very good. I hadn't heard from Tizo in a while. Is Tizo?
He's probably mercy killing some of the droids that are too far gone.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Derek. I'm sorry.
We love you, Derek.
Rain right now.
Yeah, he's probably just relaxing a little bit. Yeah, for those of you watching, Derek just had some,
I would say that if I know Tizo, he's probably either relaxing or he's probably trying to like overseeing like the corralling of the POWs.
Yeah.
I would also probably say like he would if needed he could use his force power to move heavy objects off people.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he's good at that. Yeah.
So if
he
there's
can do
anyone
that.
like
Yeah.
that, but otherwise I think he would definitely go over for the prisoners.
All right.
Emergency search and rescue. I like that.
Yeah.
Good job, Tito.
Yeah. Yeah, he could do that. Is there any individuals like that you guys would want to talk to or engage with? I'm just looking at the clock, seeing that we only have just about a minute or so left. Is there any conversation or anything that you guys would like to have, or something that you guys? Well, if there's like a lengthy conversation, we can have it next time. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have mine next time.
you're gonna have a lengthy conversation. Okay, you got it. I just want to give you guys one more opportunity in case somebody had something that they wanted to say or talk to somebody about or get off their chest. But
I
if you
think the
guys-
last thing that I would like Yeska to do is with some of the staff from Foundry Four of just like get together whatever kind of food and drinks that is on hand.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
have a party.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, as things start to
Victory
taper off. Yeah, as things start to taper off during the end of the day, you guys head on down and Yeska sitting next to Tarok. Tarok will definitely take a few shots with you, Yeska, as he always does. With billowing laughter coming from his kind of heavy set form with his large beard as he kind of bellows out there into the hallways of Foundry Four. And as this party is taking place, that's a good place for us to end tonight's episode of Star Wars Force and Destiny. Well done, everybody. Well done. You guys did it.
Wow.
You guys
And I have a
held.
speed mic again.
You have a speed mic again. That's right.
That's right.